Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AirMech 1v1 Love Hurts tournament, presented by the Exiled Court, brought to you by Cynical Llama, presented live right here on OPTVLive. Folks, I am Steve, and I am excited to bring you Game 2 of Game Bracket G of this Best of 3 series featuring Polarbearz versus lol2me. lol2me is up one game, is on game point. He only has to win one more game to claim this bracket series. Meanwhile, Polarbearz one game behind. He must win both of them to stay in this tournament. A loss at any point will get him completely out of this tournament, so he must play everything at this point just spot on to make sure that he stays in. However, as the loser of the last game, he did get map choice. Polarbearz, without any hesitation, instantly went Twin Peaks. So to me, that tells me that he has a lot of confidence on this map. He's very familiar with it. He has plans, strategies, everything like that, and we may see those come out as he continues to play this. But all we're going to know for sure is by watching and seeing, perhaps this could be a very strong map for LOL as well. And Polarbearz might think that he has the advantage in LOL. This could be very well his best map out of every map in the entire game. We don't know, folks. All that we know is we're going to watch, see what happens, cheer on our favorite players. And in all seriousness, you guys in chat, you should be hyping it up like crazy for these players. If you are showing your love and your support for Polarbearz, why don't you make your name a shade of green and show that love and support and hype it up? Be a sport fan. Wear your colors. Show your love for your player. If you are a supporter of lol2me and you want him to take this in a 2-game sweep, make your name a shade of blue and show him that OP love. He could use it. It would give him a great reassurance to win this in just a 2-game sweep and not have to worry about another game until the semifinals, where he gets to sit back and relax and everything and not worry about having to try to win a 3rd game of this series. So show your colors, show your support, show your love. Believe me, these players, they feel it, guys. When you show that love and support, it comes through to them, and they just play that much better. So hype it up in that chat, show it, do it. Right now, the upkeep's so closely matched, it's barely worth mentioning. 20 for Polarbearz, 18 for LOL. Polarbearz going the complete Dillo approach. LOL going for a more balanced approach right here. Few Geminis, few Flackers, few Ratchets, and then most importantly, some Boxers, which is fantastic. He's getting prepped and ready for Boxers to push into the outpost and have lots of additional creeps there. He was a little low on health, but great play Warthog style. He goes down, heals up, stays alive, stays in this. A Warthog will be devastating to Polar's Dillos. If LOL has the proper mix of enough units of Geminis, anti-mech support, and then oh no, Polarbearz will get out of there. We still have no first blood, 2.5 minutes into this match. Both of these players doing everything they can to stay alive. They don't want to die, because in a map like Twin Peaks, a single death could become very, very costly for these players. Polarbearz strictly investing in armor, nothing more. It's probably a great choice going up against the Warthog. Had he not had that armor, he may have not survived that before, and the fact that lol2me's primary anti-mech weapon is a Flacker, that just gives Polarbearz more opportunities to stay alive, stay in the fight, and try to come out on top. In the end, though, it could literally come down to which one of these players either decides to take a big enough chance to push into a fortified defended position, or which one of them can hit level 6 first. Both players opting to bring Berthas. If this turns into an artillery war, it literally could come down to who levels up to 6 first. Polarbearz is slightly ahead in the XP right now. Between bringing the Dillos, that gives him more deployment units out, so that gives him more XP there, and being able to shoot down and neutralize outposts like that, that is actually giving Polarbearz a slight advantage in the XP. He's even going to try to farm these creep kills just to keep first the outpost offline for LOL, but to continue to get that extra XP boost. He wants that level 6. Possibly he might settle for level 5, because he does have grinders also in his loadout. He has grinders and he has rollers. Does he go for level 5? Right now he's building a few rollers. But in the end, does he decide, you know what, let's skip the rollers. Let's just try to get that level 5. I think he's really close at this point. And just go complete grinder approach. The biggest key point in what he's doing right now is he is keeping this outpost out of LOL's hands. If LOL cannot regain control of this outpost, it will put Polarbearz at a tremendous position. Double mech fight. LOL so close to death, but makes it back to the outpost just in time. Heals up, stays alive, continues the fight. That is as close as it gets, folks. Polarbearz, 2 rollers ready to go. 2 more in the build queue. Polarbearz is feeling it now. He wants to push. He wants to take advantage. He doesn't want to give LOL more opportunity to get more and more fortified. He is just going to go complete roller push. He'll bring them in. He'll drop them off. Let his Dillos come. His Dillos move incredibly fast, so they will get there in record time. Once again, going for this outpost. LOL just cannot catch a break on this outpost at all. Polarbearz wants to scout, wants to see what else is going on. Generators already going online for LOL. LOL wants that additional upkeep. He wants to be able to make sure that he's going to be able to go blow for blow with 28 Dillos and 4 rollers, folks. Let me stress that again. 28 Dillos and 4 rollers. The rollers right now prioritizing those light mines. As you know, rollers can deactivate light mines. Polarbearz yanking that roller up. He needs them over here right now to support his Dillo push. This is it, folks. This is all or nothing right now. Either LOL holds or Polarbearz breaks through. There is no other way of this happening. Right now, Polarbearz looking to be in a slight advantage. His units are breaking through. Some get through. The main wave's yet to come. However, those rollers are not quite there. But Polarbearz now finally hitting that level 5. That key moment, the grinder goes down and the units are blowing through Dillo so fast. They just completely blow through as if it's like on the freeway. And now, lol2me finds himself in a complete defensive position. 21 Dillos knocking at his front door. Roller support, so it's going to be hard for LOL to get him down. He's got to completely rely 100% on that Warthog cannon. He has to take out these Dillos before there's too much damage being done. Polarbearz is down there trying to counter it on. Level 6 on Polarbearz. Level 7 for lol2me. He cannot afford to stop for anything right now. But he does. Polarbearz close to death. If LOL at least he killed Polarbearz, that would have been something. But he doesn't. LOL goes up. He gets the Gemini, drops 2 down. That starts negating some of the damage. It gives him the opportunity to take the damage himself. And he will wipe it out, but he loses 65% of his base health. LOL now in a bad position. However, the only benefit that he has is Polarbearz sending everything in. That means Polarbearz has lost almost everything. Polarbearz quickly needing to redeploy, and the way that he's going to try to hold this is going to be with grinders. He's going to let LOL counter push. He knows that's what's going to happen in a situation like this. You feel now you have the advantage. You feel that your opponent will not be ready for it. So what do? Polarbearz solution. You build 5 grinders and you just drop them down. Grinders can outrun Gemini. It will chase them down, it will chew them up, it will eat them up, and as you can see, nothing will get through, and unfortunately for LOL, he will lose everything, and that will allow Polarbearz to counter push, and possibly take it all. LOL loses everything, including his life, and all of his units, complete control of the bottom is gone. Polarbearz will dominate the bottom lane, meaning that LOL now needs to either cheese over onto this outpost right here or try to completely blow through the top lane and all these neutrals to get through. Either one will take time. It will be hard for him to get through. Even though the upkeep numbers show that these 2 players are close and identical on everything, the truth is that Polarbearz is at a major advantage right now because most of his upkeep is in units that just utterly obliterate Gemini. And LOL will have to massively outproduce to be able to handle 5 grinders and 1 roller pushing through. LOL trying to do what he can. He's trying to get as many Geminis as he can online. He knows that the push will either go 1 or 2 ways. It'll either go to this outpost or that fortress right there. He's going to go ahead. He's going to try to prepare at the outpost. It's not a bad decision because if Polarbearz decides to go completely on the fortress, LOL can always draw a custom path, have it come up, and literally come up from behind. all of Polarbearz units, getting that additional rear damage done, and maybe just somehow coming out. But his biggest danger is still those grinders. Those grinders will obliterate these units in seconds. Can he find a way back into this? Twin Peaks, it's hard, especially the Warthog. The Warthog, not a carry mech at all. So trying to just fly over the gap, over to the other peak, to be able to take on Polarbearz close outpost is going to be incredibly difficult. Plus, he would need to have a ton of tanks in order to prepare. He is just setting up the battle lines as best as he can. He knows that it's coming, but right now, time is in Polarbearz' advantage. Polarbearz with the grinders and the rollers. He has the advantage. Polarbearz will now bring and drop down that roller, use it as the meat shield, as allows even the grinders to get in here. The grinders start coming through. They are non-stop, full speed ahead. Those Geminis are falling down quicker than, man, than a comparison that I can't say on an official tournament right now. And it will be game 2 that will be going to Polarbearz, pushing this into a full 3-game series. Can LOL come back from this defeat? Or will Polarbearz go now on a 2-game streak and win this bracket? Folks, there's only one way to find out, and that is to stay tuned. Keep watching, keep hyping it up, keep showing that love for these players. Folks, you are watching the 1v1 AirMech Love Hurts tournament, presented by the Exiled Court, organized by Cynical Llama, brought to you by OPTVLive.